Across the borders, at least 40,000 people have been displaced across northeastern Libya, according to the International Organization for Migration, which say the actual number is likely higher, given the difficulty accessing the worst affected areas. This follows a devastating flooding brought by Storm Daniel was exacerbated by poor infrastructure in Libya. Here is Brian Mushiri with the details.
A week after a wall of water rushed through the Libyan coastal city of Derna, sweeping thousands to their deaths, focus has now turned to caring for survivors of the disaster. The most recent official death toll from the health ministry stands at 3,106 people, whereas the United Nations report released on Sunday indicates that the toll stands at 11,300. The UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs added that another 10,100 people were still missing. Ayman Saleh, a resident here and survivor, narrates what happened, and he says he has God to thank.
We sat in this room from around 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. when the water hit until 9 p.m. Some of the families panicked and left their homes. God willing, there were no victims in my family. All our losses were material only.
Aid is still arriving in the North African nation as the world mobilizes to help emergency services cope with the aftermath of the deadly flood. The International Organization for Migration reports that at least 40,000 people have been displaced across northeastern Libya. Two dams upstream from Derna burst a week ago under the pressure of torrential rains from the hurricane-strength Storm Daniel. The scale for the devastation has prompted shows of solidarity as volunteers in Tripoli gathered aid for the flood victims. Survivors in Derna are glad to be alive even as they mourn the loss of their loved ones. To assist the hundreds of thousands of people in need, the UN has launched an appeal for more than $71 million. Further on aid, two aid-laden planes, one from the United Arab Emirates and another from Iran, landed in Benghazi, more than 300 kilometers west of Derna. The Italian embassy said a ship had arrived off Derna with two helicopters, bulldozers, tents, blankets and pumps. Tons of aid from Saudi Arabia and Kuwait have also arrived in the east, along with a field hospital from France. Brian Mushiri, NTV.